just
I got another Australian reaction to an American reaction to an American reaction to an Australian video, mate.
Videos talking about America.
Here we go, buddy!
I believe lived in Australia. But yeah, remember, this is just his opinion. Any opinions that I say or react to here are just my opinion. So I wouldn't take any of this.
This is my final opinion, Matt.
You know, as always, everything's up for interpretation. And everyone's different, right? America and Australia are awesome. But remember, they are different places, and that's good. The world is diverse.
We are diverse, mate.
That'd be kind of weird. Oh, and by the way,
looks
Happy
like
New
a
Year,
fucking
guys.
poofed
I got
and bloody blade, doesn't he, eh?
A lot of announcements for the channel.
What the fuck's on his
stay
shirt,
tuned. It's going to be a busy week. Here we go.
Balloons or ball sacks, I don't know.
Here, and today I'm going to be going over 10 things that Americans, or at least this American,
That
hates
fucking
about
smirk,
Australia.
mate.
You know, hate's a little bit of a strong word, but I would say these are things that I
So
dislike,
is poofta.
frustrate, or annoy me about Australia.
Fucking faggot.
So I'm excited to do this because this is a little different for me. Usually I'm learning about Australia in my videos, or possibly looking at something that I probably know I'm going to like, and maybe looking at the Aussie version of it, and learning about it, and then usually I like it. And that's a good thing. I've always liked Australia. I didn't know nearly as much about it years ago as I do now, but I always was kind of drawn to it.
I wasn't going to react to this video, but I thought, fucking bullshit,
it's
mate.
True. I love Australian
A
people.
lot of this
I love our
crap
community,
is absolute
and I really
garbage.
don't like a lot about the country, but no place is perfect, of course. To be honest with, I've always been honest. There's some candies or food that I haven't liked from Australia, even though a lot of it I do like. Myself, anything so far that I don't
Look at
like
this
about Australia, even though I haven't
fucking
lived there. This is
cunt.
just
Jesus
perception
Christ.
from what I've heard from you
Just
guys.
wanna
So,
bash
yeah,
the
guys,
fuck.
I thought this would be a nice
Anyway.
change of pace.
Number one is the sun. So,
The sun.
Even though the
You
sun
don't
is
like
seen
the
in Australia,
fucking
the
sun,
sun
you
is seen in
fucking
America,
idiot.
The sun here is different. There is actually
No, it's
a
not.
hole in the ozone layer of the atmosphere
Wow.
of Australia, so the sun
No,
is
it's not.
much more
The
strong
fucking
and it
ozone
burns you way more
is
quickly than
above
anywhere else.
Antarctica, you
Oh my
fucking
God.
I
retard.
go into the sun here for 30
And
minutes
it's
to an hour,
been
like,
getting
it's
smaller
something I can't really
because the
explain, but the sun
CFCs
here
have been
just
reduced,
so
mate.
much different. Like, you know, if you go outside on a nice, beautiful, like 70-degree
You
day,
fucking idiot.
you walk out into the sun and it just feels
And a
warm.
nice
It just feels,
70
like, so
70-degree
great.
day.
You don't get that same feeling.
Get on a 70-degree day in Australia,
you
It is-
fucking
it's
melt.
accompanied with the sting. So the extra
I don't
strong
think there's ever been a 70-degree
stinging sun
day.
is the first thing that I do not like.
You mean
about
like
Australia.
fucking 30-degree
So I
day?
can only imagine how strong it is, because I'll tell you a quick story. Okay, sorry guys, I gotta insert this quick
This
voice
guy's
over
a
my
fucking
audio
knob
here.
jockey, that's
Got
what he
muted
is.
Somehow, I'm not sure why. But yeah, I basically said that in Illinois it's not sunny. You know,
Yeah, I don't like
a
the
lot,
sun.
But when it is there, it's not too strong. As long as you're careful, you don't really get sunburned too much. And when I was in California a lot,
You
you know, it
fucking
was sunny
dickhead.
too, but it didn't burn too hard because it's also low elevation like Illinois. But when I was in
She's
the
a
high deserts
fucking
like
dog.
New Mexico, Wyoming, the sun really hurt. Like is way more strong. So in saying that, you can tell the measurable heat from the sun in different states just here in America. So I can only imagine that Australia in the southern hemisphere, closer to the sun, regardless of
Well,
the
it's
whole
not
ozone
close to the
thing,
sun.
Is very, very strong.
It depends on what time of year it is, doesn't it? Because of the angle of the earth,
Way stronger than
winter
anywhere
and summer and all that
It's
kind
more
of
just a minor
jazz.
inconvenience, but that is you cannot pay for gas at the pump.
Yes,
you
you
have to have
can.
to walk
What?
inside the gas station to pay for gas. This
You
is
can
annoying for two reasons.
pay
That's
for
weird.
petrol
I have to go all the way
at the
into
Bowser
gas station to pay,
sometimes,
like,
mate.
extra time. And
Yeah.
two, there's
Not at all
often a line
servos,
of people
but
who are paying for the gas
you
or
can
just
pay
buying
for
stuff from the gas
petrol
station, so you have to wait
at
in
the
line
Bowser
to pay for your
at
gas.
a lot of
That's really
servos.
weird. That's not like a bad
That's
thing.
bloody right, mate.
Mark of a bad country or something. That's just more of a nuisance, right? And something that an American like him or me would not be used to. I've never seen that in my life. No matter how fancy or how, rusty, rinky-dink, cheap gas station I've seen, every extreme, it's always pay at the pump. You can go inside if you want, if you're like old school or something, but yeah, you swipe your card, we even have cash inserts, but yeah, you can usually
Yeah,
always
there's no
pay at
cash
the pump, pump your
inserts,
gas
yeah.
and leave, and it's really quick.
But there's
You don't
card.
go in anywhere if you don't want to. That would be pretty.
This fucking
That would be a
dopey
shock.
cunt with his fucking
I don't
dopey
understand why you just
shirt.
can't pay at the pump
What
like
the
you do in
fuck
America.
are you wearing, you
I
dickhead?
have heard that there are a couple gas stations in Australia where you can do that.
Oh,
It's like,
balloons.
I've never seen it since I've been here, and if they do have them, then they're just really rare. Oh, it's also cheaper. For some reason, gas is like a lot more expensive here. Now my next one.
I have heard that. That's one thing that would really, really be
$1.50 a litre on average,
me.
$1.60 whatever.
Gas is, pretty
Which is
cheap in the
about
United States. I know there's countries that have it even cheaper.
$6
but
a
lot
gallon.
of
It is
places have
expensive,
way more
yeah.
expensive, and that's just a shame. And I can't imagine paying, double or triple the price for gasoline that I do here in the U.S. That would suck. I'll admit it.
Oh, this really frustrates me sometimes. And that
This
is,
guy's
you cannot
got
turn
such a
on
bloody
red.
horrible
So in America,
smoke.
you can turn
What?
right
You can in
on
New
at
South
the
Wales,
button.
mate. You
Right.
turn left on the
Here's
red
your
in New
turn
South
left.
Wales.
Well, you're not allowed to do that. Nothing
Yes,
is
you
allowed.
are, mate.
Slave.
In New South Wales. Not in Queensland, but you are in New South
You're
Wales.
not able to do it.
Really?
Number 4 is something.
Yeah, that's just an American thing. That's really bizarre. Americans got that right. You gotta admit, come on. As long as you come up to the intersection.
How
and there's
fucking
no
orange are you, mate?
Of course you could turn on a red.
What
Duh.
filter have you got on
You're
your
not
light?
crossing the
Jesus
intersection. You're
Christ!
just merging around the corner right there. That makes perfect sense to turn on red as long as the path is clear, and usually it is. It adds a lot of idling time, a lot of wasting fuel time, and just a lot of time sitting still when you could just merge on and go on your way.
Yeah, it doesn't bother
That's
me one
weird.
bit because I don't drink sodas, but it would really piss a lot of Americans off, and that is that there are no free refills.
There was a Hungry Jack's,
Yeah,
but
that
they
sucks.
fucked it off.
A soft drink would cost $4.50, which is equal to about $3 US.
Okay.
On top of
Yeah,
that,
I agree with that. It's
the ice
annoying.
is so small, like, it was probably less than
I like
anything else
diabetes.
that went in it. And there are kids who would get like 2 or 3 soft drinks over their meal, and just right there, that would cost the same amount as their meal. So all you
Oh,
Americans
man,
out there
that
who like your
sucks.
refills, be thankful that you're in America, because
Drink
there's
water,
pretty
you
much nowhere
dickhead.
else in the world that does free refills like we do. All right.
Okay, so remember, guys, these are pretty trivial. These are pretty small things, but you
Oh,
have to
yeah, I don't
admit
know what,
that
mate.
as
Australia's
an
fucking
American,
shit.
Maybe if you've never been here,
We don't get free
you wouldn't
refills
understand,
of
but as an
sugar.
American, that'd be another hard pill to swallow, just for your day-to-day conveniences, right? These aren't a huge deal breaker for your whole life, but yeah, that would suck. I mean, that could
Oh,
happen
Australia's
over
a
the course
prick of a
year,
place, mate.
depending, you
We
know,
don't get
how much you
free
put out or
sugar.
something, right? Yeah, you can fill that thing up all day long.
But we have free
over and over
healthcare.
again in any
I
restaurant.
think the two go together, don't they?
Super expensive it is.
No diabetes and
Right,
fucking
this
free
one really
healthcare. How
gets me.
good's that?
This is, of all the things I dislike about Australia, this one, like, I really hate. Like, this is a true hate about Australia.
I hate
They
this,
have
mate.
speed cameras everywhere.
Speed cameras. Oh, I fucking hate speed
You
cameras.
know that, like, speed cameras keep people safe, like, you know,
Yeah.
anyways. But I guarantee you, if
Get
you
up
drive,
my
there's not a single
goat,
person out
mate.
there who's never sped in their life. And the speeding
course,
cameras here
everyone
aren't
speeds.
like,
Let's
at least
get
in the
real.
US, where, like, they're not going to get you for going 4 miles over the speed limit. Like, you know, once you're getting close to 10, that's when you get a ticket.
Right.
Here, if you're going 3 kilometers over the speed limit, which is equal to about 2 miles per hour, you're going to get a ticket. And I just
Ooh,
don't think that's
that's
reasonable.
harsh.
To me, it seems like a little bit of an overstep from the government to just be, like, mailing tickets because they, like, got you on camera. Like, I don't know. I don't like the feeling of being, like, surveyed everywhere and having cameras all around me. And that's just, like, one...
You ripped apart your fucking water dish, you
Yeah, I'll agree with
bastard.
them there.
Fuck off.
Unfortunately, most countries.
Yeah, I don't like speed cameras. What I do hate,
So I don't think
fucking little
there is
shits
any
that rip apart that
expectation of
fucking
full
water bottle.
privacy when you're out in public. Unfortunately, I'm with you. I think it is weird. I guess violated by camera everywhere you go.
Fucking Oompa
But that's
Loompa.
just the nature
Jesus
of
Christ.
nowadays, I guess.
It's
That's not an
orange.
Australian thing. That's kind of an everywhere thing. But the speed cameras are more specific, and yeah, I have heard from my commenters and viewers that speed cameras are pretty damn relevant down under, and that takes some getting used to. Not saying speeding's good. No one's saying that, but everyone sometimes. I mean,
Getting
it's just,
caught
it
speeding
happens.
sucks
Like,
ass, doesn't
sometimes
it?
You might bump up a couple miles per hour or a couple kilometers per hour over, just depending on different things. We're not.
Although we got a
robots.
Stewart Highway where there's no
You
bloody
concentrate
speed
on
limit, so
driving,
that's not a bad
certain
thing.
Times you might just go over if you're on a hill or something, right? Like there are a lot of scenarios. You cannot keep a perfect speed all the time unless you use cruise control.
On the Stewart Highway, you
literally,
can,
like,
as fast as
every
you fucking want,
second
mate.
you're
Fucking
driving,
foot
and
to the
I don't
floor.
think that's realistic. Obviously, yeah, it does keep people safe. They really don't want people doing double the speed limit and killing people. I agree. We don't want that here in America either. I mean, from an American perspective, that would almost put some kind of pressure on just driving to your destination.
Yeah, it does,
Especially with
mate.
the speed limits here
Don't
are
speed.
really low. That's like another annoying thing is the speed limits here are lower than they are in the States. So if you're gonna have slow speed limits and then
110 k's an hour, mate.
from cameras
It's
for
probably a
going
bit
2
less
miles per
than
hour over, like
70
to me,
miles an
that's
hour. I don't know, mate.
So the next thing I don't like about Australia is the Wi-Fi here.
60 miles an hour is about 100.
Like it's not complete crap.
So I
No,
don't
I
know.
think that one's a little overplayed. I know it used
70
to be
miles
like
an
a
hour
meme,
is
especially in like
another
the video game
1.6
community. I used to hear of
or
that and stuff. I don't really believe that the Wi-Fi
116
would be that
k's an hour
bad.
you can drive in
I
America.
know that they invented it in Australia, which is pretty cool. And then I know people joke about it all the time, but I don't think it could be terrible. I mean, a lot of people, just like anywhere else, use the internet, work on the internet, watch YouTube, all these things. I don't know if that one would even be bad enough to really mention, in my opinion. But I don't have any.
This is gonna take a while to upload this video, mate. I'll be honest about that. Yep, he's got a point there, but
It's crap, but
Yep.
it's definitely much worse on average than it is in the US. If you go to a typical free Wi-Fi, like cafe, restaurant, I don't know, any typical free
I wouldn't
Wi-Fi, it's
be
going to be
bother
more quality than what you'd find in the
using
US.
that
But even
Wi-Fi.
if you are paying for your own internet and you're paying for the fastest Wi-Fi that you can get, you're still going to have really slow upload speeds. You used to pay extra on top of
the
whatever
NBN's
you
not
get
too
to have
bad,
fast
but
upload speed.
yeah,
As someone who
I
uploads
know.
YouTube videos, it usually takes for like a
I just
10-minute
use your
YouTube
mobile
video
phone.
around like 20 to 30 minutes for it to upload. That's on like my fast internet back home in the US. Here, if I'm trying to upload about a 10-minute YouTube video, it's gonna take probably between
Looks like a
5.5
fucking
to 7
Brett Lee
hours.
impersonator. I reckon.
Oh man, is that right? Is
Still
that
got a
right? That's
fucking
insane.
Face that I
That-
want
that's
to
just
punch
one
like a
anecdote,
bloody punching
right? That's
bag.
just one anecdote. I don't know how common that is for everyone, but that is insane. If he's
I'm gonna
not
go
exaggerating,
mundane on
that's
that
insane,
cunt.
because he's right. Most of my videos are around 10 to 20 minutes, and once I click upload to YouTube, I usually leave the room and come back 15 minutes later, and it's done. So that is pretty bizarre, but I'm not gonna take his word for it on the whole country. I don't know. That seems really slow.
5.5 to 7 hours to upload.
Oh my
I don't
God.
know why their upload speeds are so slow, and I don't know why you have to pay extra for them, but it gets really frustrating. Like, literally, if I just want to attach like a picture to an
I'll
email,
pay
it's going to take
$50
like
a
20 to 30
month
seconds
for
for it
my
to load
internet,
to the
and I
email. Where like in the US, like
85
it's going to
gig,
happen within
which
like
is
less
pretty
than 5.
bloody good
and
for
ironically,
mobile.
Australians are kind of proud of the fact that they invented
Playing
the internet, is what they say.
LD.
Like, an Australian guy invented
German
the internet.
tells
So
truth,
I don't know
but-
why, if you invented the internet, your internet is still so bad. Next one isn't too big of a deal, but it does get a little annoying, and that is you pretty much always have to pay extra for like any.
Once again, it
condiments,
goes
sauces
back
you
to the
want, and it's usually,
diabetes,
like,
mate.
quite
You want
expensive for some sauce.
to
Like, you're gonna
put
be
some
paying
extra
between,
shit in your
50
body, you
cents
gotta
and
pay
$2
for it.
a little bit of sauce. So
Wow.
You spelled
something
sauce
that's
wrong,
usually
you
free
dickhead.
and included in your meal.
Yeah.
That definitely frustrates me about.
Here in the
You
US, they
spelled
just
sauce
throw
wrong.
like 3 or 4 sauces or
You're
whatever.
complaining
you
about
ask for in the bag,
fucking.
and it's free.
You gotta pay for
They give you a
sauce,
lot of it, so
and you
that
can't
is
spell
another one.
sauce.
Out Australia. Now this one is another one that really frustrates me because this is another thing that I think is just like a kind of like an overstep of the government, and that is that they mandate like it is illegal.
Oh, you gotta wear a helmet, mate. Once again, it goes
Obviously,
back
it's
to
smart
free
to wear a
fucking
helmet.
health.
Nobody's
is.
doubting that, but I think I should be able to choose
When
whether
you
I wear
gotta-
a helmet or not. Like I'm gonna
Free healthcare system, you don't want to put extra strain on it by
Yeah, I
the
agree.
dickheads not wearing a helmet, mate.
apply for like skateboarding, like scootering, longboarding, like anything like that. It only applies to bikes. Skateboards are so much more deadly and so much more dangerous.
You
than
actually
bikes.
do have to wear a helmet on the
Like,
skateboard,
I
mate,
know
but-
more people than I can count on one hand that have gone into a coma or have died from skateboarding, from hitting their head. If you
Which is
include-
precisely why you gotta wear a helmet, you dickhead.
that have gotten either a concussion, coma, or died from it. I don't know anyone. Like if you're mountain biking and going on hard trails, you're most likely
Yeah.
not smart enough to put
I'll
on a helmet.
sort you out in a
can think
bit,
for
you
yourself.
fucking idiot.
Or if you're just gonna go for a stroll around your neighborhood, you're probably not gonna put a helmet on. But that's your choice to make. So I don't know. I get a little frustrated by that, but that is just another thing. As an American, I hate about Australia.
I'm in the
well.
middle there. I
Thank God
agree
you get to go back
with
to
Australia
America.
for trying to be safe, extra safe on things. It's just better for everyone. And then I think they also want people to be health conscious, in the end. So
We got free healthcare, but you
everyone
gotta support the
going
free
and,
healthcare system, don't you?
using
Eh?
healthcare
By
every
not
single day
being
of
a
your life or
dickhead.
something, right? Like, you don't
People
wanna
have
go to the hospital
accidents
at all,
regardless.
let alone every week. You want to be safe and not have to use that kind of thing. I think that's what it comes down to, is common sense. But
Wear
I
a
also
helmet,
agree
you're
with
taking
him.
a little bit of
You're a
strain
grown
off
adult. I think you
the
should be able to make
intensive
your own
care
decisions. Right? That's
situation
kind
in
of what life's
hospitals.
about. So yeah, that's one that kind of just really doesn't matter, I guess. People are going to wear a helmet to be safe, hopefully, and when they want to, and if they don't want to, I guess they won't, right? I mean, either way, doesn't matter
If
which
you don't want to,
country
well,
you're
don't
in,
go to hospital.
can do either one. It's just one you might get a ticket, another one not. But
You balloon
yeah,
singlet
that's not a
fuckhead.
terribly big deal.
I really need to
don't
stop
think.
using the word hate so much. I don't hate Australia for these things. Like I freaking love Australia. Like
Well, I
why do you
hate
think
your
I'm here?
damn
These are some ways
singlet, that's
that
what I do hate.
Australia can
And your
improve. How about
fucking
that? That's a better way
stupid
to say it.
smile.
Alright, anyways, next one. Tobacco and cigarettes here are so highly taxed. Like,
Once
in
again, it
cigarettes,
goes
it's
back
gonna
to
be,
the
like, depending on where you're at, what
healthcare.
you're getting, it's going to be like 2 to 3 times more.
If you want to
get
abuse your
tobacco
body,
and
you gotta
cigarettes
pay
than
for
it
it.
is
Yeah,
back in
I
the
understand.
And I think this comes to the healthcare thing again. I think they want everyone to be healthy, which is a great thing. Like, duh, why would you not
Well, I'm
want
not.
to be healthy? That one's a
But
good one.
we pay the
because
price,
people
don't we? Hey, ha ha ha! Yeah, you
chimney
bastard.
smoke like a chimney, or they want to, pound beers all day, every day. That's their right. That's fine, I guess. But yeah, it's going to cost it's going to cost them, right? Because they have known, it's known that those...
At 8 o'clock in the morning, yeah, baby, to his knee, you bastard.
Right? You know, that's starting to go that way in the U.S. I think even 10, 15 years ago, alcohol and tobacco was pretty cheap. I'm going to say that alcohol...
Let's be honest here.
Well, I guess beer and stuff, it's still pretty cheap, probably compared to Australia. But I know around
I still hate this
area,
fucking
big
prick
cities,
smile.
I know that tobacco has really, really gone up in price.
Looks like a vagina sideways.
Cigarettes here cost between $20 and $35 US. Like,
Wow.
just to give you an idea for how expensive it is.
But you know what? In Chicago, a pack of cigarettes costs about probably 17 or 18 bucks. So it's up there.
This last one. So I was struggling.
If
I
you
only
live
had
in
8
Chicago,
things
lucky
that I
to get
dislike
shot.
about Australia, and I reached out to some Australian friends, and I asked them one question. I said, "What's something you hate
You've
about
got
Australia?"
friends
and they
in
both
Australia
responded to me with
that
the
don't
exact
think you're a
same
fuck?
thing,
Whoa.
and that is the damn flies here. The flies, the bugs.
Well, they're not actually Aussie flies.
They are so pesky
They
and
come
annoying.
from
Like, the
elsewhere.
ones
They
that
don't
do
even
it's
come
kinda
from
like, get in your
Australia,
face,
so-
they're annoying. But the flies are aggressive. Like
Really?
they are. Oh, I can't even explain them. Like they just attack you when you try to hit them off your face. Like they just come back. They buzz right around here.
Same
and
as
you can't
rats.
Get rid of them. Like
They don't come from
I
Australia.
wish I could explain the flies here, but they are just a different animal than flies.
How do you
in America.
explain
They
a
will not
fly?
leave you
A fly is a
they run
fucking
into you, they
fly.
hit you, like they bite you. I forgot that. Yeah, they can. Some of the flies here, there's different types of flies.
What?
Some of them can
It's
bite you, and leave you,
mozzies.
like itching like a mosquito does.
Oh,
I've
no.
shared the bad about Australia in this
Or
video, but
midges.
Australia is a great.
That's not a
wonderful
fly.
place, I think,
A fly's
in
a
many
fucking
ways. It's much
fly.
better than America. And if you want to hear my
Black
reasons
fucking
why I think Australia is
prick.
actually better than America, then check out that video right over there. Thank you all so much for watching, and peace.
Yeah, so there you have it, guys. I agree. Everywhere's better than other places in certain ways and worse in other ways. That's how it is.
No, I'll-
America's excellent for a lot of things. Australia is
There
excellent
you go,
for a lot
mate.
of things.
I don't
And
hate that
you
guy.
could
I
nitpick
just think he's a
both of them.
dickhead,
Find
that's
problem
all.
with both. That's
I
not
certainly
what's
don't
about
hate you, you
State
bloody
Opinion.
Oompa Loompa.
That was really
You're a good
interesting
bloke.
to hear for once. Some things
after yourself.
not
Love
the
ya.
best about Australia.
I'm gonna go
and
drink some
usually
beers and
I'm learning
put
about
extra
a lot of
strain on the
awesome things
healthcare
about it.
system.
So it doesn't change anything. Still a great place. Cannot wait someday to visit there. It's like my number one on finally getting out of the